we've seen James Rodriguez in action the other day. Kun Agüero, who, listen, we're talking about one of the greatest exports in England for the Premier League. That goal he scored against QPR and that iconic commentary. Yes, they had a goal disallowed, if not mistaken. You were commentating alongside Patrick yesterday. What a player, what a talent. Despite the fact that he's not been playing for many years on the professional scene, but he's still got it. He has still got it.
Yeah, 100%. I think the fear factor that he brought, as we take a look at the highlights of the game, Obed Martinez, who's your main man, Thomas. We'll be talking about Obed Martinez a little bit later on. He was denied by the woodwork. Mexico and Argentina, two very well-regimented teams, two teams that we're trying to find a way through. Obed Martinez did eventually get that first goal for Mexico as Mexico took the lead. Very tidy finish past Luis Sanchez at the beginning. We could see the Mexican presidents and streamers absolutely loving life. Obed Martinez, who along with Nadia Lua and Kelvin Oliveira is having a sublime tournament. This an opportunity for Argentina, who simply didn't take their chances. Facu Romero there with the ball through, and then the strike by Pablo Gomez, which made its way through there. And
yeah, talking to Pablo Gomez, at the end of the match, this was, a very emotional moment alongside Mexico's David Junco. They're former teammates, but they're opponents at this World Cup. Only one could win, but their friendship, of course, remaining strong. And as we've spoken about time and time again, obviously there's a competitive side, there's an entertainment side, there's a funny side, but there's also this wonderful sportsmanship, wonderful camaraderie between the teams and the players.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's one of the things that makes Kings League so good, is that everyone is competitive. You can see what the tournament and the competition means to the players, but there's always that mark of respect and sportsmanship. Today's match day, coming back to the action, because it's all about the action, isn't it, Thomas?
It's all about the football.
Kickstarting with Morocco against Colombia. That'll be in not too long, actually, less than 15 minutes, and then it'll be Mexico against Brazil. Are Mexico going to be able to withstand the yellow wave of Brazil?
Well, that is one of the big questions. Mexico, inspired by the man we saw a few minutes ago, Obed Martinez. Brazil, inspired by the superlative, the sublime Kelvin Oliveira. But let's go back to the man that I have been raving about, the man I said, yo te quiero, Obed Martinez, one of the top scorers behind Kelvin Oliveira. And the latest was in Kings League, America's one, scoring 2 goals, a brace for Persas FC, doppietta, as they say in Italian. I wouldn't know how you'd say it in Spanish. I'm sure you'll help me out with that one. At the other end, super side, Antonio Monterde, the number 1, the keeper. Despite being a keeper, he's already the second highest man when it comes to assists. 3 in 4 and counting. He's also put his name on the score sheet, which shouldn't come as a surprise. We saw Eduardo Cortes of America, for example, Sanchez of Argentina, Fucaya on that day 1, that wonderful commentary, by the way, from Super against Italy. So it shouldn't come as a surprise when we see the keepers playing their part and having a big impact.
Yes, but one of the biggest parts that he is going to have to play is trying to keep this man quiet. Kelvin Oliveira, the top scorer here at the Kings World Cup Nations, the only player to reach double digits here. He's scored in every Kings match he has ever played and has 28 goals in 11 matches. That's absolutely astounding. The Brazilian, the talisman of the Seleção.
Yeah, talisman is the right word indeed, and I cannot wait to see that duel. But now let's focus on Morocco against Colombia. Morocco, I think mentioned at the top of the show, didn't we, actually lost their first match to Colombia. Real slow start, really underwhelming. But then again, that's as we see the fans as well who got behind Morocco. But that's quite also unfair to Colombia, who were so clinical, so tight at the back. So it was also merit of Colombia, of course. It wasn't just Morocco having a bit of an off day. Colombia were fantastic as well, and they really laid down their credentials against one of the favourites, Morocco, who have the likes of Nadir, Fouad, Mehdi.
No, ma, just play it.
of the fans who and the reception they had for the Moroccan players. You know how passionate it is for the Atlas Lions, and it's not only here in Milan, it's also back home in Morocco. These astounding pictures here outside the home of Moroccan President Ilyas, with thousands of people joining him in the celebrations in Morocco's wins in the last couple of games at Kings League. So you can see the passion, the fervour that there is for the Atlas Lions. And here are the main men.
Yeah, talking of Morocco, that looks like, again, I've always got to be careful with the contacts. Fouad and there, Nadir. Yeah, the Corona d'Oro arriving earlier for their big meeting, a huge match. I really cannot wait. I know you're leaning towards Colombia, obviously one of your, and I'm going to say Morocco, just to, you know, mix it up, you and I, and there he is. I mean, what a big moment for him. If he wants to, you know, lay down the gauntlet and be the team's top man, the tournament's top man, he has to rise to the occasion, as he did, though, against USA with that goal, that last gasp goal, which took it to a shootout, the first one of the tournament between Mexico and Argentina.
And obviously when we talk about support, it has been your tremendous support as well that has made this competition so great. The peak of the competition so far, more than 2 million devices tuning in for the penalty shootout between Morocco and the USA. That's actually overtaking the peak we reached during the Kings World Cup clubs in Ciudad de Mexico, and we want to beat that today, as we just saw Fouad, one of the main players there, in the key players in this match. Fouad, who alongside Nadir,
نبغيكم اليوم في هذا الماتش كي التصور ديال الغيث تهزوا رجل تحل لكم رجل.
He was good in that game as well.
Fouad was, I think it was more Nadir, and he has to get past this man today, Omena, who's also put his name on the score sheet, get the goals out. As we talk about the clinical, the cutting edge of the cafeteros, but at the other end, they've watertight. They afford very few chances. This man, look at that concentration, the focus, going back to what we were saying, it's a competition. They want to win it when they get their hands on this coveted trophy, the inaugural, the first ever Kings World Cup Nations. So it's going to be a fascinating duel between the likes of Danilo, and not only, but what a match we have, and we're approaching it, Simon, we're getting there, and there's Ortega, where's the Maro, number 11, who scored that golden goal against Turkey. There you go, Alejandro Ortega, top scorer for the national team. 4 goals, not as many as the Moroccans, but this is what you were talking about earlier when we were off air. The fact they spread the goals around, they play, I don't want to say more as a team, but perhaps maybe less reliant on individuals. I think that's a fair way of putting it.
Yeah, because if you think about it, Alejandro Ortega with 4 goals, it's a long way behind the likes of Obed Martinez, Kelvin Oliveira, Nadir Lua. But it does indicate that Colombia are potent, because Colombia have scored plenty of goals. They scored 4 against Morocco, if I'm not mistaken, on day 1. They put 6 past Uzbekistan. So this Colombian side has got so much power in the ranks. But of course, Nadir Lua, the Corona de Oro, I think he had a bit of an off game when they first met against Colombia. He missed his penalty in that match, but he has been going from strength to strength. He's also one of the top 2 goal scorers in the World Cup Nations. Between all 3 players, Obed Martinez, Nadir Lua, and Kelvin Oliveira.
And we'll see, Sai, which one of those will be playing in the final in Turin, Juventus Stadium. But that's not all. There's plenty other surprises that day.
Casillas, King, Aguero, Del Piero, ما شاء الله. Gianluigi Buffon, ما شاء الله أساطير هذول.
Wow, some household names indeed. Pirlo, Buffon, Aguero, Casillas. The list is endless, so an extra reason to get your ticket at kingsleague.pro if you haven't done so. Simon's going to be there, Patrick's going to be there. I'll be tuning in, I'll be watching you guys. But the best thing would actually be their presence in Turin, performing.
المغرب كله كيتفرج وكيقول يا رب.
Of monthly listeners, I think over 3 million. Plus, he was a winner of San Remo, which is a big thing here in Italy. So, yeah, another extra reason to get
Yeah, and let's take a look at a little bit of a more detailed schedule of what's going to be going on at the Allianz Stadium because the doors will open just after 3 p.m. local time. Opening of the doors, the broadcast, the whole program brought to you, of course, by Patrick Kendrick and myself, will be at 5:30. And then the opening show by Mahmoud at 6. The action starts at 6:15. You must be there. That's when we will all be tuning in. Legends and streamers will be the halftime show in the final. So we'll have the first half of the final, then the Legends match, then the second half, and the trophy ceremony with one of the 4 teams remaining will be just after 7:30 p.m. Wow, Thomas Lawrence.
What a day, those players. We play streamers as well, so it's not just the legends. It's just each time each competition, each bigger, better and better. Colombia want to be there, Morocco want to be there. Only one can get to the final site.
It's going to be a really key moment in the match, and a reminder that you can still get your tickets for that final. We are expecting over 40,000. Fans, and I can tell you what, if Morocco win this game, there are going to be no more tickets.
Wherever you sit as well, you're close to the action, close to the pitch, and just look at that bird's eye view. It is majestic. It's
It is time for the first semi-final of the Kings World Cup Nations. 2 spots remain and there are 4 contenders. The first is Morocco against Colombia at the Kings League Arena in Milan.
وانا الدراري باش ما نقول لكم ليمبورطون ديال الماتش اليوم مهم بزاف باش نعرف حد نلعبوا ان شاء الله في التورين وندخلوا بكوراج ويكون خير ان شاء الله.
Chicos, solo recuerde que somos Colombia y si hace 10 días no los conocía a cada uno de ustedes, hoy me siento orgulloso. Con ustedes voy hasta el final. Decidí traer a los 13 mejores. Pero elegí a cada uno de ustedes 13. Orgulloso y hoy damos un golpe de autoridad por Colombia y por su familia. ¡Vamos, Colombia!
The messages from Nadia Lua and El Pibe, the Colombia coach. And now it is time for the national anthems ahead of the semi-final.
الوطن الملك. برافو الرجال. باش نخرجهم من الماتش. بزاف اناشيد طويلات. بلاتي تجي لمراكش بلاتي. استرا استرا هادشي تكوانسة وي.
It's time to get going. It's time to step up. If you're a Moroccan or a Colombian, you have the chance to bring your country into the final of the inaugural Kings World Cup. These two sides have been special, but now there has to be one winner and one loser.
According to the Twitch population, very much behind you. They agree with you. They're saying Colombia.
يلا مرحبا بكم الدراري. بسم الله نبداو بصورة فاتحة الدراري. يلا الدراري يلا نبداو بصورة فاتحة. دخلوا صافي كلشي يدخل الغرفة تهز كلشي. بقى تلتا سميرة صح. بقى كلشي حنا بهاد التلاحم باش غنربحو. يلا نبداو بصورة فاتحة الدراري. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. صدق الله العظيم. يا رب نربح اليوم. يا رب نربح اليوم. ما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. الحمد لله. دراري بلاتي نشوفوا كاين شي مفاجأة. 20 ثانية غيبدا الماتش. فاس 1-1 دابا. عندنا حنا نادير. يا ربي ونادير والمالكي جاب السبع ماشي مشكل. نديفونسيو مزيان. عنده غير دقيقة. الدري راه ما مسوفليش ديال كولومبيا. راه عاد على الماريخوانا. بشويه نادر. ارتاح. راقبوا من بعيد يا نادر. برافو نادر. يلا حكم دير خدمتك ودير مجموعين. يلا نادر ما يقربكش الشم. جبد لا واي كلينتا. فما روح شويه نادر. يا ديالك نادر. يا دجاجه بكمون اخويا نادر. دجاجه بكمونه وفريتس. يلا نادر قلاب الدري عندنا متريني. قلاب بشويه ما يحيداش لي من رجلو. جبد لا شكله يمين ولا ايه مزيانه. عاود ديفونسي الكره ديالك. ديالنا شاب العربي كيصوني دابا عالم اخر. يلا سير نادر. تشو دابا تشو سير شويه جول. عندنا جول شويه يا ربي الاول يا ربي شويه روتري هو نادر عطيه لحبيبنا مسارح شويه دخل اخترق بلاتي حكام عطيته لنادر. علاش ما عطاش النادر؟ زوينه كانت غادا قلب ولكن شي النادر كانت سهله. يلا تزادينا يا ربي في دابا يا ربي بغينا نمشيو للفينال. الجول اتونسيون شويه خويا نادر اللوح. يلا الدراري انتشروا جبد دخل دخلت زكا دخلت حكم دخلت نادر بقى رمشت عين سونطري عندنا بيش الدراري 5-5 ما عندنا ما نقولوا دابا بشويه الوقت هنا ما كيتحبسش شويه الخبط الكروي الدراري. الكره الافريقيه ولات كتعتمد على الخبط الكروي. طيحوا يلا مره يطيحوا واحد يضيع الوقت. ما توعدش لينا خويا عيسى. برافو خويا عيسى. واحد ومالكي يلعبوا بربعه جوج. حنا غنلعبوا بربعه جوج. شويه نراقبوهم في الصمت ونكونوا موجودين لاي لقطه. حكم ديالنا ما عرفتش اش باغي ديروه. هادي سير هادي
stop Morocco from getting the ball.
Great goalkeeping as the Moroccans singing away.
نراقبوهم الصمت اش يديروا. 1-1 شويه جول.
What a team goal sight. Poetry in motion. What a way to get back in the match. What a way to give your team a lift.
And I don't know if you saw it, but Alejandro Ortega's just come on and he's told the Moroccan fans to make even more noise.
ديما ديما مغرب والحال بلادي محنصي ديما ديما مغرب والحال بلادي محنصي ديما 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 مغرب وحكم فيق شوية وحكم فيق شوية سير توش ديالنا لعبوا نبطوا رجلينا خويا زكريا على الخط بشويه بروزيسيون دو بال جنا خويا زكريا الله توش ديالنا كورني الحكم عيش واه كورني
يا خويا زكريا
تقول عندهم راه كان كيغاردي السان داونز ديالهم.
And got the number 10 wearing the number 10 jersey, often given to most technically gifted player, and that was great technique. But let's see what happens here, side.
Corner here for Morocco. Moroccan fans making noise in the background. In fact, there's so much noise. We're only a meter away from each other, Thomas.
ماشي مشكل برافو عيسى برافو عيسى.
At home, an idea of the atmosphere here.
It is definitely.
يلا الدراري نراقبوهم بشويه كنا يلا كنا رابحين
to get the dulcet tones of Simon Hunt. Here he is, Mr. Number 10.
واه جاج من السماء سير ها هو زكريا شويه معلم زكريا برافو زكريا آلي زكريا آلي زكريا آلي زكريا آلي زكريا آلي حدرف شبها في الشبكة يا حدرف مالكي اليوم آلي حدرف لا شرقوا الماتش
A reminder that you can follow all our matches live at
مزيانة
Big Mena
دفع
on Twitch.
شويه زكريا جبد من تم
Here's a
مزيان كنا ضربت هذاك العواني هذاك اللي من كولومبيا راه يركب في الفاس تم كنا ضربت
wild effort from the Moroccan number 7 who's gonna go and just get a little bit of
لا كنا
rest.
عطاتو هو ماشي موت
Say immediately is this game is much more
زكريا راه
even than
ضربه
the first
زوينه
one was.
Yeah, absolutely that day. Colombia every time.
يلا راجعين
That impression side that they're always going to score, very much as they're doing now.
لا الكوالي طوال ديالنا هبط برافو عصام سير اخويا الياس سير اخويا سعود يلا مزيان اخويا نادير يلا تبت لي البالون حبيبي فهمتي ولا لا تبت لي الكره راه هنا حبيبي زيد ناري ماركا علينا برافو علي عيسى الراقي علي عيسى الراقي علي عيسى مالي 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 يلا سير مهدي علي مهدي
مدرب نسينا المدرب
او تحيه لخويا مجيد الخال احسن كوتش دندن سير نادير انا شد اخويا سعد ديما مغرب فرحتي الناس اللي حدوا رفعت الرايه المغربيه انا هذا مجيد الخال في القضيه ديما مغرب طي صفرة عطيك كانت بالسدرة طي صفرة حمراء يوقف فيها جد خير
To Saud.
حكم طي صفرة
Everyone telling him just calm.
برافو سعود علي سعود
ليش المالك؟ سعود.
ديما سعود جيبها في الفيلي ماشي بها في الفيلي الشعب المغربي كله راكو عصام الراقي ديما الوسط الوسط والمنتخب في القضية المالكي وخير المالكي حاولوا نبقاو مركزين دابا نبقاو مركزين في هذا الوقت ديال دابا الجاليه الظلم انا اللي قلت لي يجي باش نسبيه فيه ولكن غربها
ما شافوهاش
هادي ما شافوهاش الحمد لله ديالنا خليها تخرج برافو شويه خويا عصام كسبتي لنا عصام ربحتي لنا خويا عصام العار انا مزوق سير مهدي يا ربي يا هبط لي غرابه خويا عصام يلا لصقوا في بعضياتكم كره هكاك لصق لا ما نلعبوش طويل ديما القصير هكاك دكيك اخويا دك اخويا برافو عصام يلا تيبان لنا تيجي عندك واحد ويبان لك حبيبك خاوي ولا حبيبك خوك يلا سير ساعود الراديو وقالت ماركاش يا السلامة يا وي ايش هادشي كاين الغوت وقيلا غاديين حنا بالكورة غاديين بالكورة كاين الغوت
This is going to be key as well for Morocco, managing the
غيكون الجزائر كيشوشوا عليا والله دايرين شي رادار كيشوشوا عليا سير دابا المعلق راه باقي ملبد بيتش ديالنا هو رجع الخطر سمعت المعلق قال جول نادير الناس شكون ياسين تا دابا كون عايش الحلاوه مع الماتش خلانا دابا هنا اش غندير ناري واش عاطيني نسير هادشي انا نعرفو واش عاطيني نسير هادشي انا تبلوكا ليا هادشي تبلوكا ما بقيتش كنشوف الماتش الو وهادشي اللي كنشوفو صاحبي. راه اللايف تقطع ولا اللايف تقطع. واش نقاد ما كنعرفش. جو تقويل مشكلة يا صاحبي. وياسين اخويا شوف اللايف راه مقطوع. هاتشا اللايف مقطوع. شوف اش غندير. ها يدخل يقادو على اللايف. لا شكله يمين ولا ايه. انا راه سمعت الراديو قالوا جوج لواحد. حتى دابا واحد احنا ناشطين.
Really rash for me.
كنسحب بيت صاحبي. كنسحبوا بيت. ما يمكنش صاحبي ما يمكنش. هذا ديالنا.
يلا نادي. My advice is always here, get that shot away because when the buzzer goes on the 18-minute mark,
هذا اللي قلت تحسب عليها من بعد.
we'll be adding time at the end of the 20 minutes, but not here, so they've got to be quick, got to get the shot away.
يا جبان ديالنا حكم ديالنا مهدي بشويه شويه مهدي العمل خوك. هبط لي يا حبيبي هبط لي يا حبيبي. الله 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 الله. بلنتي بلنتي.
Thank you for your continued support, and once again we are aiming for that 2.5. I hope that my colleagues in Spanish, in Arabic, in Italian, in Portuguese, in French are all saying the same thing out there to our viewers. We want to break that 2.5 million viewer barrier here today. Astrid has said, our producer Astrid has said that she will manage, and that's what we want. This, on the other hand, is Islam Abdul Jabarov, the Uzbekistan president, who rolls a 3 in the Red Bull Energized.
So that's the outcome in this energy break, energized by Red Bull. So it's a 3v3, so that includes the keeper. So it's sort of 2 outfield players and the keepers. So I think that will suit Morocco more. They'll be happy of the two side in that situation. And as you said, some incredible numbers there. Kings League final in Spain, and when Ronaldinho played for Portugal. That's incredible. Well done, everybody.
يلا خويا نادر يلا يلا ديالنا خويا. يلا خويا يلا حفظك يلا.
And the goal scorer for Colombia, reaches the ball first and is
ديالنا حكم عصام حشو ماشي مشكل. طيح سير 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 بعدا تما راه داوي مزيان. سير ها عيال ما قلتش يلعب. واحد مشى. سير سير راه الماتش زمشو. يلا ولاو 3 ناري ولاو 3 حشومه ولاو 3 صاحبي. وجيرارد بلانتي زاد واحد. حكم راه زايدين هما بواحد.
لا راح يدلقوه.
نمشي واحسن الدراري شحال كاينين في التيران حبيبي. ميتاش
El Capitan with a cracker there. He's made one, now he's scored one, and he has helped Colombia turn the game on its head.
What a strike that by Angelo Caro. He made it look so easy, and now here we go.
وبحب الناس الرايقة اللي بتضحك على طول، أما العالم دراري ما طرا والو. برا برا ويلي كنا راس ولينا رجلين. مزيانة مبارك مزيانة قريطة مزيانة دابا غنماركيو. علاش مصفر بعد ضحكنا حكم ما زدت حتى 2 دقائق. شو فرحان شو كيتعاندوا شو سي سيناريوهات كيتعاودوا في الكورة. شوف اما تفاوض الضوء. برافو رجال برافو مجيد علي مجيد. لا تسمعوا اش كيقولوا كيضحك. علي مجيد
Thomas Lawrence, what a breathless first half of Kings League football we've seen. It is advantage Colombia after the first 20. But Morocco, whom you tipped to reach the final.
Well, mentioned about the breathless nature of the first half and the a stunner because Morocco called their presidential. They don't have their president inside the venue, so they delegate it out to it. And who so far has been when it comes to the shootouts.
قادوا لي السيمفونيه الدراري غتلعبوا هكا تي را طلعوا شويه سير
Speechless sight.
برافو
Singing his praises, Fuad. Normally just flawless.
برافو فؤاد علي فؤاد يلا يا ناس لا كرة من السما. يلا الدراري كرة ديالنا يا ربي تكمل الفرحة يا ربي. هي ديالنا هبط لها بال. لوح الكارديان برافو بشوية جيبوها يا الولاد ما حدا عندهم حكم ما ريسبكتا حكم صفرة راه غير سمتك نادي راه عايش في السبليون. ريسبكتا البيت ريسبكتا.
having a pretty heated exchange there with the referee. It is going to be a shooting chance. However, for Nadir, you can feel the tension coming into the game.
There is tension, of course. So much riding on this. A spot in the first ever Kings World Cup Nations final.
Iraqi, you know he can strike him. Iraqi's got an absolute cannonball in that right foot of his.
Big player for them.
Nadir, Fuad, those are the Moroccan heroes. They need to step up now. It's another brilliant tackle by the Colombian defense.
برافو
They've been so
لعبوا كرة بلون اللي حدا ساحبوا للثقة فيه. سير مهدي مشى مهدي. الله نادير حل لي اللعب هبط الكره الارض ويحل الله. عطي لصاحبك اللي قريب، والله ثق في صاحبي اللي قريب، وعيدنا على الجول. يديروا غلط واحد ماركي وحنا. سير الله تشس سيسو ضرب. هذا زوين على السنترالي.
شي مشكل
نصفق ليه حتى لاخر دقيقه. انا تكفي حكم. الحكم راه فايت منه متورط في قضايا ديال كره القدم ديال الفيفا. كان كيبيع يشري في ماتشات الحكم. راه ورا الماتش غندير بيسيكات غير باش يعرفوا. حتى شوف دابا الدراري الصفر كيبان كثير. يلا الدراري بريسينغ الدراري نتمشاو في التينات اكثر ما نجري.
Colombia scoring on the break, seeing in the first half, it's Morocco very much playing on the counter-attack, but now Colombia can afford just to sit back a little bit. This is what you're talking about, managing the situations and dealing with the different situations of the match. If Colombia can just sort of weather the storm here.
شويه اعطي صاروخ وشويه الدراري لعبوا كره في الارض، لعبوا كره في الارض الدراري. جيبها مسعود، الله عليك الله عليك يا سعود، الله على سعود بالله جرينتا. لا ما يجيش لا كيفاش شاونيو هنا، كيفاش يجيو هنا. الله خرج شويه. حكم ديالك فؤاد خلاه ديالو فؤاد. وحكم شوف فؤاد تيق في راسو هو اللي خرج على ديالو.
برافو عصام.
حيدا عصام حيدا راه كينزل. حيدا البلواتينا دابا حنا سباقين الكره. زكريا الكره ديالك الي حدرف الي حدرف ديالنا بريسينغ. نوض اخويا مسعود جات الدراري هما راه لاعبين بربعه جوج. جات ايوا كانوا يمشيو لي هذيك الشوط. كان كاين كوالي ضربوا وحده بحال هادي جوج. ها اللي قلت لك هادي ثلاثه زيد طلق مزيانه حتى هادي زوينه. ديالنا حكم باقي الوقت.
كاين فؤاد لاعب مزيان.
اخر 14 دقيقه لينا في الكوبا صيام في كنا ناجحين حكا. مزيانه والحانوت انا كانت غتمشي الشبكه. ناري كانت غتهز الشبكه. ماشي مشكل مره اخرى نعاودوها وتجيبوها في الشبكه جيبوها في الشبكه وتجيبوها في الشبكه. حكم الله لا حشومه عليك برا، والله لا حشومه عليك ثالث مره.
الحكم بحال هو كان نصح.
حشومه هادو شي 100 حكم ما يعطيش كفره في هادي. يجيبوا 100 حكم من غيرك ما يعطوش في هادي الكفره.
It's an opportunity for us as well to say what a great job they've done in terms of not giving yellow cards, not giving fouls.
Big pat on the back for them.
بيتقل عليا جديد حتى والله جيب العيال سيساس. وجا ستريم اللي يجيبهم هو عيل سيس. لا عاد الصلاقات جايين غير يربحونا حنا. تتفرج اش نديروا لهم يربحوا الشرفه. المغرب دولة عظيمة بيلانتي مبارك بيلانتي. اي هذيك اللعيبه كانت ثلاثيه، عودة ضربت فيه كانت ثلاثيه. كيفاش كلعب مع الرشيد. برافو بوصوف، مبارك بوصوفا، مبارك بوصوفا، مبارك بوصوفا، مبارك بوصوفا. كنحبوك بوصوفا، كنحبوك بوصوفا، كنحبوك بوصوفا، كنحبوك بوصوفا. سير سير سير. حكام والله تحشوم عليك بالله، والله تحشوم عليك. سير سير سير.
Who finds Boussoufa and the shot is blocked.
And they're celebrating sight as if they'd scored the Colombian defenders there. And why not? Why not? That could be a huge, huge moment. Give them an extra lift as we go towards the half-hour mark.
يا رايح ليك الغفر روح تعيا وتولي. شحال يقولوا على الغافلين قبلك وقبلي. يا رايح وين مسافر تروح تعيا وتولي. شحال عصروا العباد الغافلين قبلك وقبلي. سلمك ولا خرجت.
Convert it from close range, but how close was it? Look at this, agonizingly close. Just stumbled there with his feet.
So nicely worked. And the danger man, number 7 for Colombia, Julio Pereira, who's putting in a star performance. Nadir Lua, who in the opening game of the tournament for Morocco was kept quiet, didn't have his best game. He's not having joy here, although that should have been the referee plays advantage. Mehdi Amri with the ball. Boussoufa the target.
ما يهبطش
Nadir.
بيلانتي. حكم 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 حكم.
Will we have a check? We'll find out in a moment.
احنا جينا لا تقولوا ما جينا. هاد الفرحة اليوم شحال تسنينا. باقي غنماركي والدراري. بيلانتي 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 والله تا بيلانتي. حكم دراهم كولومبيا اخويا، دراهم كولومبيا حكم. ميسي البير ميسي البير دراهم كولومبيا.
Secret card, and it's Colombia who have called it.
ما تقلقش خويا، باقي اللعب ما تقلقش.
زلقت زلقت زلقت. شو الجول شو الجول شو الجول شو الجول شو الجول. الجول خبيث اصاحبي كيدير الخبط الكره.
يتقلب عليه الماتش.
قلت لك ربح الجول اللي تصندم.
يتقلب عليه الماتش.
كان كيغاردي عصام يلا انت صمم امام اخويا، انت صمم امام. يلا كلشي فرحان بهم. يلا راه السي فوزي القزع كيتفرج. يلا الدراري يلا والله الا كلشي معاكم، راكم ما عارفينش المسؤوليه الملقاة على عاتقكم. كونوا مدركين ونقادوا مع الشبكه والماركي. هبط صاحبك نبطوا في الارض. يلا المغاربه راه كلشي معاكم، كاع المغاربه معاكم. يلا راه عجبني الفايب. يلا ما تقنطوناش اخويا عصام. الي عصام الي عصام. بيلانتي ليهم بيلانتي ليهم.
I do not believe
You
it.
can predict the future as well, can you? So apart from speaking multiple languages and being a top commentator, well done.
He has gone off.
اوه بيلانتي ديالنا.
So So Colombia now going to play with a man advantage, and they will not be playing against Nadir for the next 4 minutes.
It's as you said, it's a fabulous card. It gives you a numerical advantage. You take protest. Maybe the pressure is getting to him, Si. I mean, in front of his fellow country, in front of his supporters, the world is watching. Over 2 million people watching, joining us here. Not his day so far. He's got to sit out for the next 4 minutes.
This is huge for Colombia.
Huge,
they can get 1 or 2 goals in the next 4 minutes and have their president penalty. This could be game. Of this Moroccan defence and lovely ball retention. Lobon to Julio Pereira.
Can they capitalise now on this numerical advantage? El Pibe, the Colombian coach, ushering has come towards this left-hand side, and Ilson does go to that left-hand side.
As a strike, Ortega the one to take it. Lobon lost here. One back though. Angelot Caro, and now what a piece of defense.
Danger not over the side, danger not over.
Lobon waits, it's over him, Fuad away, Boussoufa chases, but Angelot Caro again wins it back. What a performance he is putting in, the captain, at the moment. Oh, lovely feed. Ben Salam saves, and it's pulled
شو ماتش اللي دار الحكم اليوم؟ شو ماتش اللي دار الحكم اليوم؟ غتبقى هذه في التاريخ، هذه غتبقى في التاريخ. وصمة عار عليهم، غتبقى على سير عصام. شو حكم؟ هذا براتيك يخدموا به باش يعطل لك الماتش. يخدم في البراتيك هو باش يعطل لك الماتش، باش يقتل لك الماتش، باش يقتل لك الريتم ديال الماتش. انا عارف واش كيدير.
Try to turn these players, it's just about fun and entertainment, far from it.
شي واحد تما
going towards that 38-minute mark makes me think Morocco perhaps have a penalty or a shot, because otherwise they would have played it a bit early if it's something that involves a time limit. If they're they obviously players don't necessarily don't know, but
the coaches, you're meant to find out when the cards drag out. I'm not sure you can have a look at it.
لا حنت هو غير كيضربها ماشي شغل تماركه ولا لا. انت كتفرج تعال اضربها راه ما شغلوش هو تحسب. معلم عندنا جول.
I'm trying to impress you, so I'm trying to impress you. I can't impress my linguistic skills.
Certainly can. President penalty.
دخل نادير. علي نادير.
Morocco, but they've already taken it.
علي نادير. علي كله كيقول يا رب.
بسم
الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. اللهم انصرنا على القوم الظالمين. اللهم انصرنا على الدولة التي أغرقت أمريكا بالكوكايين. سير مبارك. لا بالعاني كيدير حكا. بالعاني كيدير حكا باش يبعث لنا الأوراق. بالعاني كيدير باغي يلعب لي على البيسيك راه قال لي مبارك راه مدوز. لا شويه بيرا توتي كوسي بو حلف عليها 100 مرة تبيت. يلا قال يا بنتي قال. يا ربي يا ربي يا ربي يا ربي يا ربي الحلم ديالي هو يكون هذا بنيت يا رب. المغرب كله بيقول يا رب. المغرب كله بيقول يا رب. المغرب كله بيقول يا رب.
العرب كاملين
يا ربي نهار الجمعة يا ربي واليوم الجمعة يا ربي. 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 يا ربي يا ربي يا ربي يا ربي. اللهم صل عليك يا رسول الله. 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 اللهم صل عليك يا رسول الله.
This is not going to count.
لا بيس ما يحيدوش بيس. لا بيس هسه.
This is incredible. Busufa's shootout, which was converted, is not going to be retaken.
And now Colombia, Zai, can make it 3-1. Just how the pendulum swings. How the pendulum swings.
Pelikanger in front of the Moroccan supporters who are booing him as he comes out. Ben Salam, who is uttering a quick prayer to try and galvanise him and inspire him to perhaps win this penalty. But the Colombian penalty from the Colombian president, it is absolutely deafening in here. My apologies if I'm shouting, but I can't hear anything. The atmosphere is insane. And this is the 38th minute as well. The drama. Colombia could go 2 ahead.
Setting the drivers, of course, this final 2 minutes, the goals are worth double.
And of course, Colombia will play a man down in those 2 minutes because Alexander Rodriguez has been shown that yellow card. And what are we waiting for now?
بيان جو الجمهور بيان نوضوا لي بالبالة تما بالبالة.
The referee checking whether Colombia pressed the president penalty button in time. This would also be absolutely astounding in a semi-final of a World Cup to not be able to press your president penalty, which guarantees you a free penalty in time for the game, just after Morocco themselves, by their non-appliance of the correct rules, and they haven't pressed it in time. This is insane. Insanity.
ديما 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 مغرب رحتي الناس اللي يحبوك رحتي الراية المغربية
الله يحبنا الله يحبنا.
انا مشيت الخال علي كوتش لا دابا بيش بجوج بقى اخر جوج دقائق دابا بقى بيش بجوج بيش بجوج دابا لا ماركينا غنربحهم 3-2 ماركاو هما غير اي سالي دراري سورة الفاتحة. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. صدق الله العظيم مولانا الكريم يا رب الربح يا ربي.
With the assistant referee, it's towards LeBon who goes down. Gets back up immediately.
الله الله برازيلي واسمر آل فؤاد آل فؤاد الدراري واحد دقيقة واحد جوج دقائق صمت غنتفرجوا في هاد جوج دقائق الدراري غنتفرجوا في هاد جوج دقائق
سير اخويا
غنتفرجوا في هاد جوج دقائق الدراري صفرا يخرج 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 ولا تيخرج يخرج دقيقة يخرج في حالاته
عندهم واحد
ديز ياك الحمد لله
Under a minute and Rodriguez can come back for Colombia.
على قوة الله أكبر يا رب يا رب يا رب يا رب اسمعوا يا أبطال بيت بجوج الدراري غنوليو 3-2
All of the players who can score goals for Morocco on the pitch.
As we're saying, Sai, sums up the match so far for Morocco, just in that final third, with their shot, with the cross, just not being quite good enough today. Whereas other performances, they've just blown away teams. Not on that occasion. Rodriguez can come back onto the pitch soon, and reminder, stick with us. Mexico, who will be taking on one of Morocco or Colombia in the final.
This is such a tight game. 3 minutes of added time. Rodriguez can come back on it. Colombia now 77 once more.
Yeah, for added time, 3 minutes of added time. Morocco score, they go ahead.
Penalty!
Again, celebrating as if he'd scored, why not? Fist pumping celebrations.
Fuad takes it.
مزيانة كانت غدي فيه باقي كيقرقف فيها وحكم عطينا كفرة داخل الكاري راه بقى يبومبي فيها ديالنا حكم راه ندي واصبر
Saoud's been good for Morocco, really good.
هي حكم ما تحسبنيش
Again wants the yellow card. LeBon doesn't agree it was a free kick.
دابا ان شاء الله
سير في حالاتك سير في حالاتك سير تلعب عاودني منك سير في حالاتك
On the player there, so the referee well placed and the right man to make the call. Still have time to vote for your MVP by Twitch, and then Mexico against Brazil in the second semi-final. There's some sense Colombia going through, but anything can happen. A minute and a half. Goals reminder worth double.
We're about to see a piece of brilliance from Iraqi or Busufa. It looks like the power of Iraqi.
باقي اللعب.
We're knocked out of the Football World Cup in Qatar in the semi-finals by France. Are they about to be knocked out in the semi-finals here by Colombia?
They've got another corner.
No, I think it's a throw-in for Colombia. Referee was pointing that way.
There you go, yeah, Nadir thought it was, but it wasn't. You're right, Si. Into that final minute, and Si, we've got some great news in the meantime. 3 million devices, 3 million now. We've exceeded what we wanted.
Thomas Lawrence, you can go home.
Thank you very much, it's been great. See everybody soon.
Saud.
حكم الله ينعطب امك يا حكم حشوم الله ينعطب امك لا ريسبكت عمل ويكاس لا ريسبكت عمل ويكاس حكم
Oh, the cards are flying out now.
حشومة حكم بزاف هادشي بزاف
Now back in favour of Colombia.
بزاف.
With the clock ticking down, another minute has been added on in the meantime. But we spoke about the discipline, didn't we, Si? And Usufa's already had his disciplinary issues.
بدان تسبي الفيفات. برافو نادير برافو. علي نادير علي نادير علي نادير
ما فيش اورجو حكم.
حكم
تحشو معنا حلاقه ذاك الانسان كل الله في الغريبه حلاقه
This is breathless 20 seconds.
طلقونا
Morocco are 2 players down.
الله عليك يا عصام الله طيح سبعة ديالنا حكم
شوف الاخطاء ديالنا تفكير خصنا التفكير
نوض نادير لا باقي
Who showed all of that defensive steel once again to get over the line and set up a final with Mexico or Brazil.
انجاز
The cutting edge and the other, and Karok, who made one and scored one, your MVP, El Capitan, leading his team, captain fantastic, El Capitan.
ما بغاتش اخويا درنا متنا معاهم
Mexico knows better than anyone how big a Kings World Cup is. They hosted it before but couldn't win. Now their thirst for revenge has become a ritual of the favorites without a crown. From beyond toward victory. Brazil. Everyone admires them, everyone fears them. They dance, sing, and have fun. If you asked me, I'd say the Kings was invented in Brazil.
It is time for the second semi-final. Who will meet Colombia in the inaugural Kings World Cup Nations final? Will it be Mexico? Will it be Brazil? It's time now for the speeches and the anthems here at the Kings League Arena in Milan.
No hay mañana, equipo. Vamos a darlo todo hoy y quiero darles un agradecimiento especial porque justo antes de venirme partió una persona muy especial para mí. Pero le prometí una cosa, que íbamos a llegar entre los primeros 4 y hoy gracias a ustedes lo pude cumplir. Así que muchas gracias y vamos a darlo todo. Dale.
Galera, só reforçando o orgulho que eu tenho dessa seleção, de tudo que a gente trabalhou, de tudo que a gente fez, desde lá do começo, né, da nossa preparação. Mas isso não é só de agora, isso são nossas vidas, que a gente vive para isso, vive para ser uma pessoa melhor, para ser um jogador melhor. E a gente tem essa oportunidade hoje de reafirmar mais uma vez o que a gente veio fazer aqui. Então tenho certeza que a gente está todo mundo preparado e a gente vai chegar nesse primeiro objetivo nosso, que é chegar no estádio e estar na festa final. Bora!
Vambora, rapaziada! É aquilo, velho, falta um jogo aqui, é o jogo da nossa vida, velho. A gente é diferente de todo mundo, porque a gente dá tudo, todo jogo. Não adianta, a gente sabe que se a gente perder agora, não adiantou nada. A gente sabe que a gente não pode, a gente é a única seleção que nunca pode perder. A gente nunca pode perder. E hoje falta um jogo pra gente chegar no estádio, conquistar uma das coisas que a gente falou que a gente vinha fazer aqui, que é chegar nesse jogo do estádio. Lembra do que eu falei? Enquanto a gente estiver olhando no olho de cada um, a gente não vai deixar ninguém cair. Olha no olho de cada um e olha no olho deles. Enquanto eles vêem a vitória no nosso olho, ninguém vai tirar o que é nosso. Vambora, Brasil!
E a gente tem mais um vídeo aí para completar
para vocês. Até aqui tudo perfeito, mais um momento de decisão. E o Brasil todo tá torcendo muito por vocês aí, tá? Hoje um grande jogo contra o México. Parabenizar o que vocês fizeram até aqui, jogadores, comissão técnica. Mas hoje é aquele tipo de jogo que não se joga, se ganha. Então estamos aqui na torcida por vocês. Parabéns aos presidentes também, Cris, Guedes, Gaulês e estagiários. Vocês estão fazendo um grande trabalho. Mas ainda temos mais 2 passos para dar. Boa sorte, estamos na torcida. Deus abençoe.
Bora, bora!
Al sonoro rugir del cañón y retiemble Ipirangas margens plácidas de povo heróico, bravo, etuante. E o sol da liberdade, raios fúlgidos, brilhou no céu da pátria nesse instante. Se estreou essa igualdade, conseguimos conquistar com braços fortes. Em oceano, a liberdade, desafio nosso peito à própria morte. Ó pátria amada, idolatrada, salve, salve, Brasil de sonho desse raio vívido, de amor e esperança, a terra desce. Sem Deus famoso, céu risonho e límpido, a imagem do cruzeiro resplandece. Gigante pela própria natureza, és belo, és forte, pávido, colosso. E teu futuro espelha essa grandeza. Terra dourada, entre outras mil, és do Brasil, ó pátria amada. Dos filhos desse sol é mãe gentil, pátria amada, Brasil.
If you doubted the passion and the intensity that is about to be put on show, then you need to watch those anthems and listen to those speeches once again. ILYAS with a rousing discours, as the French would say, for his players, saying that there is no chance whatsoever that they are going to lose this game. All three Mexican presidents heading over to stand side by side with their players and sing the national anthem. That's something pretty special, I think, Thomas Lawrence.
Oh, two fabulous anthems, both giving me goosebumps. Less so when it came to the actual singing side of things, but the passion was there as both sets of players and, of course, presence, coaching staff bellowing it out. And via Twitch site, it's 50-50. And I'm going to say Mexico because I'm a huge, huge fan of Obes Martinez. I know you're a big, big fan of Kelvin Oliveira, as we see the Spotify secret card being drawn, which can always be a lifeline if you're behind, or give you that extra boost if you're ahead, as we also saw in the previous matches and across the entirety of the competition. And there we mentioned them, the three presidentes. I don't know if you can say that in Portuguese. This is where I really would love to have Patrick Kendrick beside me here, who could give me a hand. One of them is El Ostillero.
Well, as it happens, Patrick Kendrick is with us side by side because he says he's just sent us a little bit of a translation, an opportunity for us to say hello to PK over the comms. Giganti per propria natureza, in an accent which I don't know where it's from, but giants by nature in the anthem. So thank you very much, Patrick, for that. And I think giants by nature just explains the mentality and the mindset of the Brazilians now as they come into game. And it is going to be Kelvin Oliveira, who did all the damage against Turkey in the previous game in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, 5 goals. What a performance from him as the lights are up. We're almost there, sight. Here we go.
Lights out. It is Kelvin Oliveira against Obed Martinez. Two of the best players in the Kings World Cup nations go head-to-head. And unlike Suad Ak in the quarterfinals, Obed Martinez stands off Kelvin Oliveira.
In terms of physicality, it looks like a bit of a mismatch here.
Oh, his feet are so good, though. He's so good. But Obed Martinez has come up with something special.
Muy bien from Obed Martinez. Great work recovering. And now he can have a real dart here at Kelvin Oliveira and try and get a shot away. Mr. number 20, El Capitan.
Obed Martinez, he'll be on his weaker right foot. He's still going, and it's well blocked, that one.
As the ball came hurtling towards us, I was a little bit worried there. There's a chap wearing a Brazil shirt tomorrow with Adriano, number 9, but it's the number 9 of Kelvin Oliveira, who carries the hopes here for the Seleção. The Kings. There's 2 balls on the pitch as well, which is a bit of confusion as the keeper is out as well now, sight.
Obed Martinez, saved by the goalkeeper. That's absolutely brilliant from Ghizlane Barata.
Great sliding challenge. Here we go. This could be the opener.
Obed Martinez has got his man available. It has to be the shooting chance here for Mexico. it's not going to be Monterde, who can certainly strike them. Monterde, lovely feed by the goalkeeper, but he's lost him now. Kelvin Oliveira, he pushes it across. Andreas Vaz, what a start to the game. It's breathless here. Vaz goes round. Vaz, and it's saved on the line by the Mexicans.
Some appeals for a penalty, but the referee said no, absolutely no. Cierto que no, said the referee. But end-to-end stuff, still no goals, but it's been brilliant nonetheless, Si.
I'm going to need a defibrillator if it keeps going at this pace. Unbelievable. Obed Martinez.
We need a Red Bull, that's for sure.
Cesar Bernal is on the pitch for Latrice. Monterde, here is the new arrival. Monterde goes, and I might have taken a little bit of a touch. No appeals from the Mexicans either, so I didn't see that correctly. Now it's Brazil.
Yeah, what a strike from Monterde. There's also a reputation for setting up goals. 3 already. Sias Vaz tries to just put himself into a shooting position for this man here, the danger man, numero 9, number 9.
Vaz to Lipao. Woo!
And we'll start again now through Monterde. There's a countdown. Goes down. We're now going to be 5v5. Less and less space out on the pitch. We get closer to that 7v7. Still Obed Martinez on that far side. They're trying to find a pocket of space. We've seen this from Mex all the time. Monterde trying to get involved, be an additional playmaker. And here is that man, Obed Martinez.
Obed Martinez! Oh, it's come off the post! And it's saved! Josildo Barata with a brilliant piece of goalkeeping, and not his first.
A huge sigh of relief. Las chicas, las señoritas just can't quite believe it for Mexico.
Obed Martinez hangs back to receive the ball. Cisneros is on the move. It's Bernal.
Just how good, though, is Obed Martinez' side. Really looking to rise to the occasion. He's not intimidated by this duel with Kelvin Oliveira. And here he is.
Took it early, followed by Andreas Vaz, who goes over, and he's going to win the free kick. Taken quickly by Brazil. This is where they're so dangerous in the space. Now Jefinho. Lipao. Andreas Vaz. Kelvin Oliveira in the middle. Vaz.
This is promising.
Cries of Mexico. Mexico in the stands. Didn't look like a free kick. Kelvin Oliveira has scored in every single Kings League match he has ever played. He's being kept quiet now by the Mexican defense. We know how good that defense has been.
Yeah, approaching 5 minutes and still no goal from Kelvin Oliveira or Obed Martinez. Martinez coming so close. That strike rattling the frame of the goal. It's still shaking as well. Struck it with such venom, the number 20. One of my favourite players, just love watching him in action. And I love that jersey as well. We've spoken about the jersey, but it's the Brazil one as well. They're both iconic. Although I'd love to see Brazil play the white socks, which is more traditional, but still, can't have everything, can you, Si?
You can't. And at the moment, Brazil are certainly not having it all their way. Cisneros is under pressure. Andreas Vaz. Obed Martinez is running free on the far side. This is Chuy Perez. He's won it back. Now the chance, there was nobody in the middle.
Yeah, I'm not sure where there's a cross-come shot there. Maybe caught in 2 minds, but you're right, so I needed just someone to attack it. Wasn't really read by his teammates. Awkward position as well to try and go for the goal. Martinez.
Davies Junco, my mistake, not Chuy Perez, who won back the ball there, number 11 for the Mexican side, and for perhaps the first time in the tournament, Brazil looking a little bit lost in terms of how to upset the Mexicans.
Yeah, so far, they have met their match, but it's what you expect at the semi-final stage. It's what you want, though, these big matches. these powerhouses of the Kings League. Mexico, plenty of experience with the Kings League Americas, and in Mexico, such support players and just like celebrities.
Wembley on the ball now, and his name is Wembley. We were told yesterday by Gaulis, because his father is a massive fan of Wembley Stadium, the home of English football, which is why he chose the name Wembley on the back of his jersey.
Here he is, side.
Andreas Vaz. Obed Martinez.
Wembley with those two twin tower thighs. He's a big man. He's a real physical presence. Typical sort of, what you think when you think of Brazilian defenders at the back. Likes of Danilo and Bremer. Here he is.
It's a big unit, isn't he?
Oh yeah, certainly wouldn't mess with him.
Here's Wembley. Lipao. Wembley. Lipao again. Well, Brazil struggling with their passing a little bit. Yeah. Brazil not as clear-cut, refined as we've seen them.
Yeah, they made that amazing start yesterday. You and Patrick were commentating. I think it was a bit of a mismatch early on in those first minutes. Swad against Kelvin Oliveira yesterday. And they really capitalised. That's clever. Just wasn't quite executed to perfection on that far side. It would be some story should Kelvin Oliveira be kept quiet. You mentioned that impressive scoring record in Brazil in general, what the tournament's top scorers.
Here's Lipao. Kelvin's actually gone off. Give his team the opportunity to try and do something without their captain and talisman. Here's Monterde. But what a thrilling start it was to the game, with Obed Martinez clearing it off the line. Then he hit the post, and Kelvin had another chance.
Oof. Yeah, don't be deceived by the 0-0.
No.
It's been pulsating, as you'd expect, between these two nations.
Has evened out a little bit in the last couple of minutes here in terms of the game really being more tactical.
Yeah, Brazil passing around nicely, really patient here, just trying to find an opening.
Lipao, that's a good ball. It's going to be a goal kick. Came off the Brazilian player last.
Yeah, that will suit Mexico nicely. Just a chance to regroup.
But much like we saw against Argentina, Mexico starting to struggle to get themselves up the pitch, which I think against Argentina, you could probably afford to leave Argentina the ball as much as possible because they didn't have the individualities to trouble Mexico, but that's not the case with Brazil. As Lipao demonstrates there.
Yeah, they also need a slice of luck, of course, going through on a penalty shootout against Argentina yesterday. The day before we saw Morocco going through on penalties against the USA. Morocco losing earlier to Colombia.
Cisneros
booted it into the advertising on it again. I was a little bit worried.
It almost decapitated one of the Italian streamers, that.
Yeah, some of them wearing sunglasses. I don't know why they're wearing sunglasses indoors, but well,
it's all about being a streamer.
Yeah, I suppose. A little side swipe, I suppose, to that stylistic bit of attire.
Oh, lovely feet. A little bit too much in the end there. Davies Junco making a clever move, but unable to back it up with the correct pass. Rufino. Wembley.
Brazil fans now piping up as well. They're trying to give it as good as they got and respond to those Mexican supporters. So much passion when you think of Brazil, both on and off the pitch. Love that anthem.
Rufino again. Speaking of Mexican supporters, I have one of my best friends growing up, Luis Matos, who's watching from Toronto.
Big shout out to Luis, did you say?
Good ball, put wide.
Yeah, just like the finish though, but it's a bit more like it from Brazil. Something to build on, something to just give a little foothold in this.
Free delivery for everyone. No subscription needed. Order your favorites on Just Eat.
Enjoying today's action. And no doubt pinning their hopes in. Ahmed Martinez was trying to get involved. He's just lurking. He's been kept fairly quiet, though, in the past 10 minutes or so. And having just said that, he's just sprung to life and won back the ball. So what do I know about Kings League football?
You certainly know a lot about Ahmed Martinez, that's for certain. And he did well there. Here's Monterde. Kelvin's back on the pitch. Mexico seen none of the ball. Barucochoa, the number 9, is playing in that advanced role. Ahmed Martinez just behind him.
Yeah, Brazil certainly growing sight into this match.
Here's Lipao with that dangerous right foot of his. He's found Kelvin Oliveira and it's just taken away. Ahmed Martinez, Leletti fires it over.
Yeah, really risky from him. Just obviously the idea was they're just trying to ease the pressure on the Mexican rear guards. Brazil winning about really quickly. They press really well. We've spoken about their sort of samba style at times, their approach, their attacking flair, but it's that work rate as well, which has got them here to the semi-finals. Played one less match than, or one fewer games, should I say, than Mexico, who lost their first match to the USA and had to do it the hard way, going through the last chance salute, unlike Brazil, who went straight through to the quarterfinals, winning their first 2 games and in style. Get a bit of Germany as well, a bit of revenge for that horrible loss in 2014.
That's nice play by Mexico, keeping it down the sidelines. Davis Junco's done amazingly well. Barucochoa with his shot blocked there, and it needed to be, I think it was Wembley or Wellington who did it. But just to outline the magnitude of what Mexico are achieving at the moment. Brazil, the highest scoring team in the tournament, 28 goals in 3 matches, and this is the first time that they've been kept quiet in the opening 14 minutes of a game at the Kings World Cup Nations.
Can they find the breakthrough as we go towards that 18-minute mark? Again, a reminder, if you are perhaps watching for the first, only just joined us the past couple of days, there's the Red Bull roll of the dice. Depending on the outcome of the roll of the dice, it determines the number of players out on the pitch for those final 2 minutes. Perhaps Brazil wouldn't mind a one-on-one, a 2v2. Kelvin Oliveira, so deadly in those situations, but kept quiet, surprising, in that first minute.
Surprised Mexico are persevering with this long ball into Barucochoa, because they've actually had more joy when they've been able to pass it around the tight pockets, as Leletti here speeds away from Davis Junco.
Taking it quickly, Brazil, no time to, they really do want to get this opening goal. They're not going to settle for a 0-0 at half-time, far from it. It's not in their mentality.
Wellington to Leletti. Now Wembley, Rufino. Pressed by Cesar Bernal, who was immense against Argentina. Leletti. Andreas Vaz is back on the pitch. Here's Wembley.
The idea was there. Very clever football. Just needed someone just to take a little bit of risk, go for that 50-50 ball and get there first. Mexico feel would take a 0-0 at half-time and would love, though, to sneak it before the break.
Cisneros. Ahmed Martinez faked the run but didn't go in behind.
Yeah.
Which is why Cisneros played that pass.
Yeah, misunderstanding. It's a shame. Could have produced something important there. And now has been the case for at least the past 10 minutes or so. Brazil very much on the ball.
That's given away to Barucochoa. Cisneros. Clever little back heel from Barucochoa, rather.
Montero just assessing his options here. Be happy just to run down the clock slightly. A few precious seconds. Can they get Ahmed Martinez on the ball here in his final minutes, and can he put himself into a scoring position? He's very nearly dispossessed there. I just love the way he plays. Sort of low centre of gravity, just checking inside. Just such a oozes confidence and belief every time he's on the ball. But this could be trouble now. Kelvin Oliveira. Oh, did it take a deflection?
It's going to be a goal kick, I think the decision is.
Oh, surprise there. Kelvin Oliveira just trudges back, takes his spot here. Yeah, Mexico, I feel so. We'll be happy with this as it stands with a 0-0. As for Brazil, it may be a little bit concerning for them.
Marokochoa, for once, getting the better of Wembley there.
It's quite common, isn't it, from named after sort of figures or things they admire. I remember Marlon of Sassuolo in Italy.
It does remind me of Marlon a little.
Yeah, played for Sassuolo, named after Marlon Brando.
Yeah.
Great, the late Marlon Brando, the
Mandela
Godfather.
Keita of Parma.
Yeah.
Named after Nelson Mandela, of course. Cesar Bernal, and that is
I do
into
like
the
that
arms
in
of
their culture.
Josildo Barata. Well, the good news is that my very dear friend Luis Matos has said that my pronunciation of the Brazilian names is excellent. So thank you, Luis. And that's a good save by Monterde.
Massive shout out to Luis. Does he follow Serie A in Italian football?
He does follow Serie A. He was a very good player himself. Could have played seven-a-side, Luis, but he preferred to be very good at studies instead.
Good for him. Don't forget, you got to hit the books as well. As we go towards the closing stages here before the roll of dice, as the shot comes in. Is there time for this corner? I don't think there is. There might be.
They have to get it away before the countdown ends. Andreas Vaz waits. Now it's Wembley. Have a shot, someone. It's Kelvin Oliveira, and the buzzer goes. Well, Brazil and Mexico goalless Thomas Lawrence after 18 minutes, and we will have the Red Bull energized roll of the dice.
Yeah, and it comes from Zayn, the Peru president. We saw him take a dreadful penalty earlier in the competition. What's the outcome? Is it 3? 1, 2, 3. It is. It's 3.
This is
3
tasty.
3. That includes the keeper, of course. So it's sort of 2 outfield players and 1 goalkeeper. Again, that's looking a little bit worried because they know Kelvin Oliveira, with all his pace, power and trickery, could rise to the fore, although it doesn't look like he's going to start here. But I think this is a tactical thing. Get your speedy player to win the ball back and then roll on, roll off substitutes. Am I right or am I right?
Look at who is starting. Lipao and Leletti, the 2 speedsters for Brazil, and Obed Martinez and Cisneros, unless I'm very much mistaken. This is huge, though. This is where the game can be decided, and I will put some money now on the fact that one of these 2 teams are scoring. Lights out, off we go. No one's reaching that ball before Leletti.
Wow.
There we go.
Check out that foot pace. Usain Bolt, eat your heart out.
Tell you what, if Brazil make the final, the foot race between Pereira and Leletti will be quite something.
Well, that will be just another reason to get your ticket, guys. 12th of January, so day after tomorrow, Brazil come forward again.
Andreas Vaz, blocked by Obed Martinez.
Brilliant stuff, great football around. They may take it quickly. No keeper on the pitch now for Brazil. Again, very much like Colombia in the last match. Fortune favours the bold. Say it again. I was impressed the first time. I liked the first time. Why not say it again?
Brazil still looking for their opening goal of the game. Lipao. Andreas Vaz. Lipao. Kelvin waits. Here is Kelvin! And Monterde with a sublime stop.
Both ends of the pitch. He has been fabulous for Mexico. Big player for them. A key man as we see him diving to his right. Full stretch indeed. Monterde. Mighty Monterde.
Kelvin has a second chance now, and this time he doesn't miss, and he continues his exceptional goal-scoring streak in Kings League. Kelvin with Brazil's 29th goal of the tournament.
He scores! He always scores! That shimmy inside, getting the better of Obed Martinez. He'll love that. And at the second time of asking, he buries it side.
What a finish, right into the roof of the net. And Junco almost with an immediate response. Brazil are going to throw on another outfield player. Lipao. Andreas Vaz is there. Andreas Vaz, is he coming off? No, it doesn't look like it. Andreas Vaz in possession. Andreas Vaz to Kelvin Oliveira. The combination that's worked. but that is going to be half-time.
Well, Sai, looks like I owe you money because a team did score. Never in doubt. At half-time then, thanks to that man there, Kelvin Oliveira, Brazil have a narrow lead. Listen to what the coaches are saying.
Dale, la puta madre, dale. ¿Qué es acá, muchachos? ¡Ey! Vamos a concentrarnos en lo nuestro. Hay que agarrar la pelota. Está bien que replegamos cuando no la tenemos, pero una vez que ya tenemos posesión de ella, hay que quedárnosla. Cuando vaya con el 9, donde está Baruch o Diego, es importante que la retengan para que ahí pueda girar nuestros extremos. Si no tenemos esa buena pelota de inicio...
Aqui, ó. Ó, de preferência, vamos fazer destro aqui e canhoto aqui, porque o chute tá saindo desse lado, tá? Beleza? Kelvin, preferência Kelvin.
Mas não deixa eu ficar não deixa eu, não vou ficar aberto aqui. Eu vou ficar no meio.
Isso, exatamente.
Galera, a aplicação de marcação tá ótima, tá? Vamos voltar com o mesmo time que começou os 6 primeiros. Bora!
Olha aqui, sem tomar gol, a gente ganha na final, caralho. Vamos marcar!
The countdown is back on, and the countdown for Mexico is certainly on. They're up against it now in the second half, Mexico. They're going to have to open up and abandon their rugged defense to try and be a bit more creative.
Ready.
Did it go
Kelvin.
backwards?
Yeah.
So here, Si, we also see the importance of the secret cards, the strategy side of the game, plus those presidential penalties.
You've got the idea. GoDaddy has the domain to make it happen. You're a search away.
For Brazil in scoring that first goal is that Mexico have to open up.
Yeah.
Which means there might be more opportunities for Brazil on the counter-attack.
Yeah, they've got to alter their approach. They've got to change something. As Brazil look to get a second, start the second period in some style. Was that handball? I'm not sure we're playing on. But yeah, should Mexico open themselves up, again, Brazil can pick them off on the break and exploit those holes and those gaps. And inevitably you leave as you push men forward.
Kelvin dispossessed. How many times have we seen that? But he wins the free kick.
I'd love to ask him how he continues to score in every single match. It's such an impressive record, and he's now, of course, by far and away the team's top scorer, and of course the Kings World Cup Nations top scorer.
Lipao. That was dangerous.
It was dangerous, but just again not quite executed to perfection. But again, the idea was there. Brazil will be pleased with this start. They've got Mexico pinned back, as they very much did towards the very end of that first half.
Mexico, ball didn't stay in play. Eric Vira is at the back with Cesar Bernal for the Mexican side, as Brazil now look for a second goal to put a little bit more of a cushion between themselves and Mexico.
Yeah, looking to open up a bit of daylight.
Davi on the ball. One back by Cisneros, not for long. That's one of the things as well that Kelvin doesn't get enough credit for. It's his work rate for the team.
Oh, lovely feet. Just dancing his way through there. That really was some samba style indeed. Just slicing his way through the Mexico defence, and he's won a throw-in on that far side.
Davi's header blocked by Vira. Great play by Eric Vira. It's kept in play. Eric Vira unable to get the ball out of his feet. Already a little bit more impact, though, from the Brazilians in this second half. They might have been told by their head coach to bring the physicality.
A really positive start here as they look for a second. Mexico have no answer in his early exchange of this second period.
Lipao, Wembley, Kelvin Oliveira, Rufino, Monterde again.
Marvellous, Monterde. Keeping Mexico in it.
Mexico going a little bit into survival mode. They know how important it is for them not to concede before they find the equalising goal. Lipao, it's a big tackle.
Yeah, but it's just one way. Brazil traffic sight, wave after wave of yellow attack. And Kelvin's on that far side, and here he is.
La Seleção pushing here. That was given away, though, by Kelvin. Mexico not really able to find a way through. The handball decision. The switch is on if someone can find Chti Perez, who's just pulled away from Wembley. Monterde's seen him. I'm not sure Cesar Bernal has, and Bernal plays the safer pass. Eric Vira.
The opportunity's gone your right side. Brazil have got their men back. In the meantime, a big shout out to Air Asia Move, your favourite travel companion across Southeast Asia. Explore flights, hotels and activities all in one app. New shout out to everyone also following from Asia. We had obviously Japan and South Korea earlier in the competition, but they are now out. And in fact, Brazil getting the better of South Korea in one of their matches en route to the Final Four.
Brazil, who may be open on the counter-attack here. Obed Martinez looking for the switch. Dealt with by Jefinho. Monterde, in terms of stopping the Brazilian shootout, is going to be key in this game, which you feel isn't going to feature too many goals. A reminder that the Brazilian president's not feeling too well, which is why they won't be taking the president penalty, and a president penalty called by Mexico.
Yeah, they've got Gabi Montiel, a very colourful character. Side loves to also perhaps wind up a little bit the opposition keeper, sometimes even streaming and filming his penalty. So he loves to have a bit of fun as well.
You just feel that in chaos, Mexico may thrive.
When you talk of chaos, Gabi Montiel is the main man. He thrives, and here he is sporting a baseball cap today.
He had one yesterday for his penalty against Argentina, which was brilliantly dispatched. His country, his team need him now. They need him to deliver in probably the biggest game.
Well, how many times have we said this? A huge, huge moment. Let's see what his approach is going to be. That's nice to see. Bit of sportsmanship ahead here. Often we see him turn around and quickly dart back to goal now. Over to you, Sai, for this huge moment. Could be a big turning point. Here we go.
Josildo Barata has the responsibility to try and deny Gabi Montiel. Montiel. Here's the run-up. Gabi Montiel equalizes for Mexico. El Presidente answers the call. Mexico are level, but Brazil still have their own president penalty to come.
Montiel, thumbs up indeed. Stepping up, slotting it home, as cool as you like, dancing with joy as other Mexico supporters and the Mexico players right now, they're level 1-1 with Brazil, but secret cards have been called, Si.
Secret cards from both teams being called. So as soon as the ball goes out of play, we will see what the decision is. Eric Vira has played it, but it took a little bit of a touch and therefore rolls harmlessly into Josildo Barata's hands. Jefinho now for Brazil, Wembley. Can he come up with a Wembley-esque moment for the Brazilians? Andreas Vaz, Wembley. I would love it if he just had a go from there.
Well, we've seen them score from that kind of range, sight.
There's Vaz. Cesar Bernal in the way. Good play.
In keeping with sort of Brazil's style. And now, sight, another big moment. I know you'd love to see a suspension. I'd love to see a joker and a penalty. That's what I'd love to see. But we'll see what
double goal for Mexico.
Goals worth double. That's from the Mexico bench for the next 4 minutes. Any goal scored will be worth double. That's for Mexico. Now let's see for the Brazil. And the Verde Oro. Joker for Brazil. Let's see what they choose.
Now, Brazil, in theory, could steal Mexico's secret card, which would be a huge play from the Brazilians. Unless they opt for a penalty or something else.
They've opted for a penalty, Si. And I think that's really clever. I think that's a good, smart move. Really smart move. Just give them the advantage right away again, especially knowing that Mexico have got that potential to.
Do you think they could go back-to-back here? Penalty and then president penalty to go 2 ahead.
That's a really good strategy.
That could
if I was a president or a coach, I would think of something like that. But it all depends whether he scores here, Si. Otherwise, I don't want to say it's wasted, but you're better off keeping it for later.
Is this guy really missing, though? Honestly, is Kelvin Oliveira missing?
It's against Monterde, though. It's against Monterde.
Kelvin Oliveira. A stutter, and he puts it past Monterde.
Never in doubt, Si. Why did I even think about doubting King Kelvin Oliveira? So cool. I love that little step, almost sort of Neymar-esque, in keeping, of course, with his proud Brazilian football nature. As the header comes in as well. Sorry, stealing your thunder there, Si. Just enjoying my time on the microphone and getting swept away with the emotions of it all.
Choco with the header. You never steal my thunder, Thomas Lawrence. Whenever you feel like talking, my man, you talk. Barucochoa. It drops. Oh. Double chance for Mexico.
And it would have been worth double, Si, as we've been saying. It would have taken Mexico ahead. Let's see how Brazil reacts, whether they use that presidential penalty now or just keep it as an option there, play the conservative approach. It's fascinating. That's why I love this game as well, the strategic side of it all.
We've been singing the praise, and rightly so, of Antonio Monterde, but Josildo Barata is having a wonderful game as well. The Brazilian goalkeeper, that's already a number of key saves that he's made, Barata.
Different kind of approach to Monterde. Often likes to join in with the attack, come out of his area, but what a stop. And that's what you're there to do first of all, of course, as a keeper, make saves. And what a save it was.
Now, the double goal, in theory, is a great card, but this is something we were talking with Patrick yesterday, is if you're not scoring goals, it's a horrible card. Mexico have got to try and get forward. Choco with a shot, and it's going to be a Brazil corner.
Yes, it's great, just keeping it at the other end of the pitch, the clock ticking down. They continue just to weather this storm. If Brazil can get through this without conceding these couple of minutes, that'd be fantastic for them. They'd be delighted. And then they could use that presidential penalty then, which would just sort of take the game even further away from Mexico. So yeah, that goal's worth double. It just depends, as you said. If you're free scoring, if you're someone like Brazil, it's great. In this situation, Mexico have struggled really, especially since those early exchanges. It's no good really. They'd rather had a penalty.
This is Brazil, who have the ball. Mexico with less of their 2 minutes out of the 4 initially given on the double goals. Mexico have got to get it back. They are going to get it back because Choco has almost sent a cameraman to hospital with that strike of the ball.
Yeah, fortunately, didn't get him, Unfortunately, didn't get his equipment as well, which looks very expensive indeed. But as we said, we have our production staff behind the scenes happy to foot the bill. Alex and Astrid and Andrea as well, all very happy to dig into their pockets and help out for any costs, such as the drone yesterday. They said they're very happy with their dinero to pay it away.
I've actually closed my computer in fear of a potential ball coming our way.
A sensible side, as well as super side.
All the alliterations from you, my dear Thomas Lawrence.
Yeah, I want to go out with a bang. Tomorrow, or rather the day after tomorrow, the final, it's going to be the dream team. Patrick Kendrick, Simon Harding on comms for the final, the inaugural final. We know Colombia are there. Brazil are going to be there as things stand.
Look at this from Brazil, the high press. And that's going to be a free kick.
No card. Did you think it would warrant a card there, Si?
No.
Your view of things?
No.
Hey.
My opinion, yes. I'd like to see it again. Here we go. Both players go for the ball. There's contact, but football's a contact sport, and I think far too often nowadays we forget that and say that every time there's contact, and it's a free kick. Personally, I'm not in agreement with that, but then again, I don't make the rules, so my opinion doesn't count for anything.
Well, should he score here?
Although I'll happily give it.
Quite right, that's what we're here for. So, Si, the card is no longer valid for the goals worth doubles.
Obed Martinez.
Well, if anyone could score from there, it was going to be him, but it's...
Just for a moment, I thought that might be on target.
Yeah, I would have just gone absolutely bonkers there, and it gone in.
Kelvin Oliveira, the flick straight to Obed Martinez, who's the real team player, Obed Martinez, and that's going to be another free kick. I think that is a foul.
Sí.
Yeah, another chance from a dead ball situation now.
No.
Are they going to take it quickly or have another go from distance? Obed Martinez looks disinterested. He usually just goes out wide. Tries to find a little pocket of space. And perhaps ask some questions here of the Brazil side, but maybe Diego Martinez might strike. Well, he looks like it. What a lengthy run-up this is.
I think you have to strike. You have to take your chances. Mexico aren't getting shots from open play, so you might as well go from the set pieces. Eric Vira leaves it. It is well struck, but it's too central. And now the counter-attack is on. Kelvin, away from one. Kelvin, it's off the post.
It's the same post that Obed Martinez hit in the first half side.
Lovely observation. And very well spotted.
Great play, though, from Brazil. So unlucky, Kelvin Oliveira. Brilliant football all round.
That's given away to Lipao. Andreas Vaz. Wembley.
We go towards that 38-minute mark, just 4 minutes to go.
Lipao again. Liletti comes for it on the close side and near side to us. Mexican streamers not looking particularly confident.
No. Our nosotras señoritas in verde, in green, not looking so mean right now.
That's a great ball from Barata. Liletti. Oh, it needed a touch by Monterde.
Very nearly an own goal.
Yeah.
They knew it.
Disheartening.
They knew it, and they knew it as well. Gaules and company. Just been played short.
Jeffinho to Wembley. Wellington. Came off Wellington last, I think.
Yeah.
Could be a goal kick, it is.
Indeed, you're right. Wellington was one of those many scorers yesterday against Turkey. Brazil putting Turkey to the sword. Turkey who sent Spain home. One of the big sides tipped to be the favourites and go all the way. Zlatan Ibrahimovic said it was going to be Italy-Spain final. How wrong he was.
Wellington. Liletti and that left foot of his! Well, both Lipao and Liletti have come so close. Chris Guedes can't take it, the Brazilian president.
Classy curling strike site, just the wrong side of the post. I often say, oh, inches wide, how close was that? That really was so close indeed. Mexico still in it, they're still alive, Si. They're alive and kicking.
And we keep an eye on the time because in the first semi-final we saw something we haven't seen so far in the tournament, which is Colombia did not take their president penalty in time, and therefore lost it. Brazil have got little time remaining, 1:30. Liletti's won the ball. Liletti trips over his own feet.
Yeah, big let-off there for Mexico.
Monterde trying to move Mexico in the right direction, but this is where Mexico have struggled. his individual quality to try and force the issue. Eric Vira apologises.
I think we are going to have that presidential. Well, there we have it. You were just calling it. And as you're saying, it's going to be a shootout because the Brazilian presidents aren't feeling 100%. So they're going to designate it a shootout to one of their players.
Guess who?
Well, even this one I can guess. I know I've got a reputation for getting things wrong when it comes to the Kings League, when it comes to the rules, regulations, and who's going to win or not. But this is going to be Kelvin Oliveira.
You've been spot on with the rules. What are you on about?
Well, from time to time, I've had a few little slip-ups, but as you know, even the best get things wrong, don't they? But I don't think the best here is going to get it wrong, Mr. Kelvin Oliveira.
Monterde unable to stop Kelvin Oliveira from the penalty spot. Can he stop his shootout? Off he goes. Kelvin Oliveira. And he's brought down. It's going to be a penalty. And it's going to be a yellow card for Antonio Monterde. This is huge. This is beyond huge.
This is beyond belief. Beyond belief, because he's off now for 2 minutes. They can't replace him. We know that. So who's going to go in between the sticks? Can they conjure up someone? Can someone rise to the fore? Can they make that substitution in time with an outfield player? I think they might be able to. Yeah, they can. So that's good news. So one of the outfield players goes off, a keeper comes on, but they don't have Monterde, the number one option, in between the sticks.
And what a big moment this is for Hugo Murga. Hugo Murga has had very little game time because of Monterde's form.
Yeah, because he's been just so good, Si. Now, if you're Kelvin Oliveira, what do you do here, Si? Do you go for the same kind of approach, that little stutter, or do you just belt it in? What do you do?
The stutter penalty, if converted properly, is one of the most useful ways to hit a penalty I've ever seen, because it's so difficult for the goalkeeper. The key is always to keep moving. If you stop, then it's a foul. Kelvin Oliveira to put Brazil 2 ahead. Oh, he nearly kept it out, you know. But it is a hat-trick for Kelvin Oliveira, who heads over to the Mexican presidents and has a few words with Gabi Montiel.
Keeper really unlucky there, Si. Really, really unlucky. But Kelvin Oliveira just enough on it to get it in. And now, as we go into his final 2 minutes, Mexico, should it end this way in the 38-minute mark, even should they score, they'd only go level. They'd have to score twice to win it. But Brazil in the driving seat as those supporters enjoying it, watching on.
If you're Brazil here, you just try and test Hugo Murga as much as possible, don't you? Because there's a minute remaining before we hit minute 38, which is when Mexico are going to throw everything they have at Brazil. And if you're Mexico here, you have to keep this at a deficit of just 2 and hope that the double goals comes to your rescue in the final 2 minutes. For Brazil, therefore, it is crucial to score.
Yeah, but Mexico just haven't given you that impression that they can really score. Si, as you were saying, okay, there's early minutes when there's a lot of space available. They can exploit the pace of Ahmed Martinez, but since then, it's been all Brazil. Kevin over now 14 goals in the competition. So 14, 3 today.
Murga being told to calm things down. Eric Vira. It's going to be a Brazil ball. Rufino.
I think you're right, Si. Brazil just keep it away. Now just run down the clock. Or they have one last shot from distance. Why not?
They should. Rufino. Cesar Bernal took that one in the head. Well, we head into the final 2-minute mark. Cesar Bernal, I'm sure, will be okay to continue. The body language is a positive one from the Mexican number 2 as the medical staff race onto the pitch. But it's now Mexico who will have to do another 55 seconds a man down, and then you would imagine they will throw everything they have at Brazil in the hope that Brazil don't score on the break.
Lo que necesito que entiendan, estamos a un gol, no nos desesperemos. Ahorita necesitamos un gol, entonces paciencia. Seguimos trabajando el 3 y 2 como estamos. Una vez que ya pueda ingresar el de la tarjeta amarilla, ahí vamos a hacer César Obed, Davis en medio, de fijo, Lobo Chuy por las bandas y con Baruch. ¿Estamos? Ahorita nos mantenemos así. Cuando hay cambio, entra Davis y entra directo Baruch. Hay que ir a buscar portería. Si tenemos que fijar para hacer manos a manos, manos a manos.
The Mexican coach just calling his players just to remain patient, keep cool heads. Will they get that opportunity, though, to score as the countdown continues? Brazil, it's theirs very much to lose now. You can't see them fumbling a 2-goal cushion, but anything can happen. Expect the unexpected in the Kings League, guys.
Lights out. And can Mexico reach the ball first? No, Lileti is simply too fast. Brazil can end things if they get a goal. We've been talking, of course, about Mexico getting that equalizing goal if they were to score. However, if Brazil score, then you feel that it's all but over for the Mexican side. Obed Martinez needs to find that extra gear now in the final 2 minutes. 30 seconds left on Monterde's yellow card.
And Obed Martinez, one of the candidates for man of the match, but should it end this way, surely it would be Kelvin Oliveira, his hat-trick, putting Mexico to the swords as we approach the end of the first minute of the final 2. And the final 10 seconds, they have Monterde available again.
Jefinho, Wellington, Lipao. Hugo Murga can't keep it in play. But Monterde's yellow card is over, which means Mexico can have 6 outfield players again. Murga stays in goal. Does he go down? Was that a penalty? It may be checked. It will be checked.
Well, where was the contact first? Well, clearly it's a foul. We know that for sure. But where was the contact, Si? That's the big question.
You feel that's a foul? It's outside the box. It's outside the box. There, you can see his foot is outside. It is a foul, though. Well spotted,
yeah, every now and again, despite my very poor vision, my contacts which let me down now and again. I managed to spot something that was right in front of us, to be fair. Could have missed it. We are here on site. One of the many questions we get. We try and listen in here.
Si quieres te lo explico. Sí, a ver, explícame, pero yo muy fácil, es muy fácil. Iba a añadir 2, voy a añadir 3. Punto. ¿Ok? Salva, silencio. Ok. Saca.
Check complete.
Kelvin going for the spectacular there with Hugo Mura, but Brazil again trying to press Mexico, trying to stop Mexico from building from the back. Lipao still dispossessed. This is maybe the chance for Mexico. Baruch Ochoa to Obed Martinez.
Great ball.
Now the strike, but it's held onto by Barata.
Oh, was that their moment, Si? Was that their moment? As we're heading to the end of the first minute of 3 minutes of added time. So there is time available for Mexico.
And maybe that can just give Mexico a little bit of hope that they got that chance and that they can score. Lileti has put it off target, and on we go again. Mexico with 2 minutes remaining to get this double goal, which would send us through to an incredibly dramatic shootout. The long ball, I don't think, is going to be the winning solution for Mexico. Brazil and Jefinho to Wembley. Now Andreas Vaz.
Fabulous play from Vaz. Really good. Hitting it on target, so knowing it either works the keeper or takes the touch, and he earns his team a corner.
Kelvin Oliveira finds Andreas Vaz. Mexico survive There's a foul as well from Leletti. Big save by Ugo Murga, who's been very good since coming on, particularly in a difficult condition.
Clock, though, is not the friend of Mexico right now, not the amigo of Mexico.
Barucochoa. That was a foul.
Yeah, no complaints, Clem. No complaints at all.
What's the time situation? 45 seconds. Wembley stepping across. Barucochoa, Obed Martinez. What does he do? Does he try the cross? Does he go for goal? Does he put it in a dangerous area?
It's a tricky one. Fine margins now. Fine margins.
Obed Martinez. It's chipped in. It's back to Obed Martinez. The strike takes a deflection. Mexico still giving it their all.
Is there time, side? Can they get it away?
They have 7 seconds. The goalkeeper's up. Why not? It's dropped. And it's all over. Brazil will take on Colombia in the final of the Kings World Cup Nations. Brazil have done it. The pre-tournament favourites have delivered on their promise. And now they will play it in an epic final against Colombia. Mexico were brave, but Mexico came up short, Thomas Lauren.